Alright, and welcome back. We are jumping back into the Thaumaturge for the second video. Trying to think right now what happened last. I think we had a ball to get to. Alright, so now we're back. We're going to the Reptilian Bash. The Black Grimoire. Daddy's beloved magic book. I didn't expect to inherit anything, least of all his Black Grimoire. Too bad I went missing. Honestly, was I worthy, or was it a joke? Let the prodigal son go looking under the pavement while the book is at the Warsaw Charity Society. Ha 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 ha. The Book of Atch. Petre. Alright, bunch of people. Alright, I'll be honest with you, I don't care. Alright. How do we do our little snaps? Visit a barber. Oh! Makes sense. No need to go out to the garden. Let's go see what hairstyles we can get. 'Cause I'm not gonna lie, I do like the flow right now. And, alright, you guys saw that. That was confusing. Okay. Hello. Oh, get changed. Alrighty.
Excuse me. Damn it. I forgot to turn the key.
Sorry, what?
You tell me. What is it?
Okay, pal.
I need some evening wear. Quick.
Good proportions.
Thank you.
Alterations won't take long. Your name and address, sir?
Viktor Szulski, 9 Green Square.
I'll send a messenger when I'm done. And Mr. Szulski, if you'll allow me a moment of candor, as it often seems no one dares to address you with it.
Sorry, what?
Go and find yourself a barber in Pavonsky. You look like a troglodyte.
Wow, everybody's
Now,
hating on the
I'd
hair.
like to go to my business.
I won't bother you.
All right.
Visit the barber. Ah, I was hitting the wrong button, I suppose. I don't think the barber's there. Am I? Are you sure? It says barber. At the bottom left. Okay, alright. Let's see, I guess. Oh, it's by this. Okay, I remember now. It's by the cemetery. I was thinking of that cemetery in the other town. Ooh, a clue? Do we have a clue? Leopold P. Dolinsky, Modern Dances, handwritten signature of the first page. Jan Wasaki, 1804, Cementara Street. Okay. Oh, another examine. The Warsaw Gazette, I chopped that up, but it's fine. Is a name likely to be heard many more times, not only in Warsaw, but across the world. His inventions mainly concern live photography and war machines. Two of his works are of particular importance to the development of cinema: the removal of light flickers and the projection of images, and the invention of the handheld filming technique that doesn't require a tripod. The aforementioned removal of light flickers represents a breakthrough in cinematography, after years of stagnation caused by the futility of efforts taken to address the issue. Oh, the chair's ready.
Come in.
Please set my hair to rights.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so I get to choose. I was worried I couldn't choose for a second. Classic disarray. Visual flare. Okay, so I don't like that. That's okay. That's okay. And I don't like how we can't move the character to see. I'm not gonna lie, I like this the best. So maybe we'll trim up the beard. I think I like the original the best. Yeah. What do you think? We go this one or this one? I wish the stash was a little wider. Maybe just do that for a while. The Van Dyke beard. That's not bad. What is the other one I like? This one? I do like the long hair though. Proper Warsaw lad. That's funny. Alright, let's just do that for now.
I'm sorry. I don't usually talk to clients. Do you like it?
I can't help noticing that you're the most tight-lipped barber I've been to. And even you admit that you rarely talk to clients. Why is that?
When I prepared them for their final journey, it's hard to ask for their opinion.
So you style the deceased too?
Mostly. They still need to look good. After all,
Wow.
you only get a funeral once in your lifetime. So, what do you think? Do you like it?
Let's just say we like it.
Yes, you're talented.
Years of practice. My clients are always satisfied.
He's a little weird. Catch a Tran. Okay. I grew up here. I ran through all these streets. I peeked. Went. I don't think we're going to be able to read them in this game. They're a little bit too quick. I do love the little snap animation. It's annoying to have to do it that much, but what are you gonna do? Use my clothes? What are those, cufflinks?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I see you went to a barber. That's something at least.
Recently I met a bearded guy who's not especially fussy about his appearance. And yes, people welcome him everywhere with open arms anyway.
Rasputin.
Maybe he's a natural charmer.
It's time.
I've heard that can get
You know what
into
time
the
it is.
Imperial even without a tailcoat.
Very funny.
Are you
Refreshing.
getting dressed so we can go, or have you changed your plans?
Nope, let's go.
Yes, let's go and see if I do fit in.
In that case, I'll go get changed too.
Touch of nonconformism gained.
Look at you. And here I worried I was the only one who looked good in trousers.
Haha.
Very chic choice.
Thank you.
Thank you. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Gonna ruin the
Isn't
relationship with our
Papa
sister.
mad that we're going to a party right after his funeral?
I hope so.
Ooh,
Victor.
Victor.
He could have kept from losing the Black Grimoire. Are we ready?
Yes, the carriage is waiting.
Store and restaurant owners are inventing French names for establishments to avoid putting their Russian variants on sites. Très rusé.
Welcome to the Imperial Hotel. How may I help you?
Ligia Shulska, here on the invitation of Svetlana Rumiantseva.
Yes, we are expecting you, of course. The soiree is taking place in apartment 237, second floor. I wish you a thrilling and successful evening.
I'm impressed. How did you sort that out?
Our name still means something. Let's do our best
excuse
to
me.
keep it that way, all right?
Once you start sipping the Dr. Bebbers, the belches start. Uh-oh.
Who are you, my golden slithering friend?
Victor? Victor. Victor! Can you hear me?
Yes. Of course.
These people are just waiting for us to put a foot wrong, understand? We're walking into the Viper's Den, brother.
Literally.
Everything's all right. I just got a little lost in thought. I'll be good, I promise. I'm going to hang around here a little longer. I'll meet you upstairs.
See you there.
Time to snap. No clues. Shall we conversate and socialize
What
with the
did we
guests?
come here for? These soirees are for old people.
The youth.
May I?
Please, we're not discussing anything consequential.
You keep on worrying about yourselves. I intend to make the most of this evening.
See, I told you he was in love. Miss Scowan is out of your league, my friend.
To say nothing of her father.
Let's keep listening.
Old Scowan and I are practically on first-name terms now. You'll see.
I'm sure.
So, one eye-catching girl has already got an admirer. What does that leave us, Maxime?
Not much. The dull, the silly, or, well, the old.
En parlant de Ligia Shulska, she just passed this way.
Pigs will fly before someone fancies her.
She'd actually prefer Sophia Scowan, according to what I've heard. Well, what do you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My name is Viktor Shulski.
Well, there we have it.
It only draws from your flaw parallel, but will also feed you more. I can't even use it. Oh. Nah, the one time I wanted to do a pride answer.
And I don't like what I just heard. Especially about my sister.
And, what are you going to do about it?
That's stupid. How do I get my pride
Pardon me,
higher?
Gentlemen, I promised that I would be well behaved tonight.
Lunatic.
No, maybe the game was saving me from doing it. But then it wouldn't have even given me that option. I don't know. Hold on. I'll cut this out if it takes a minute. How do I check my pride? Alright, so I think it had something to do with like leveling up pride, and I guess mine just wasn't high enough to say that. But it's also a bad thing to level the pride too high, I guess, because that's your flaw. The postal service radiates with positive emotions of passers-by who've laid eyes on the advertisements, such as curiosity about the mysterious psychic or excitement revealed by a quick heart rate. Apparently, Madame seances are quite popular. A whole lot of yapping. Who else can I bother? Ladies?
Well, well, someone new.
Good evening.
Good evening, Viktor Shulski.
Irina Orlova of those Orlovs. This is Natalia Obolenskaya, and this strangely quiet soul is our delightful Sofia Skawan.
Irina is exaggerating. Nice to meet you, Mr. Shulsky.
The Governor General's daughter herself. How do?
What can you tell us?
How are you enjoying yourselves?
We can't complain. Seeing as we're debutantes, we're getting a lot of attention.
Really?
Maybe you'll tell us something about yourself.
I need to slip away for a moment.
Oh no, what a shame.
So, I think we have to get more clues to tell them stuff. Oh, look. The position of slender legs, a review of colorful feathers, and sweet voices. Unlike Vanderbilt dancers, these beauties make their lovers part with their fortunes unwittingly. What just happened? Okay. In the golden cage is an exotic bird watching me with its beady little black eyes. Okay. The only place I didn't really cover is behind these gentlemen. And we got nothing. Alright, so I guess we'll just go upstairs. Let's try again.
Isn't that our Mr. Shulsky?
I need to slip away for a moment.
Oh no, what a shame.
So, I think it's letting us know it's downstairs, but we'll probably have to get more clues upstairs. Locked. Locked. Gentlemen.
Mr. Shulsky?
I didn't expect to see you here, of all places.
You don't know how very flattering that is.
This guy we saw at Father's funeral.
And what brings you to the Imperial?
I really want to ask about the scars.
If I may, there's one question niggling at me. How did you get so many scars?
Why do you ask?
Curiosity.
I've heard that Russian officers in training have drunken duels with sabers after hours.
No. A very peculiar custom, if that's true.
So where did those scars come from?
I've led an interesting life.
I could ask you the same question.
I'm passing the time.
Ah, curious hobby.
I'm simply interested in people.
A doctor, thaumaturge, or policeman could say the same.
Your interest flatters me. Who knows? Maybe the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree, and someday we'll even be friends.
How well did you know my tree?
Oof. We enjoyed talking and lending one another a hand.
I love the, like, talking subtly in mass terms back and forth. It's very annoying in real life, but fun watching. Who
did you say you were to my father?
A trusted acquaintance. I supported him with good advice. Though truth be told, he rarely needed it. Your father had a gift for making good decisions.
Which of my father's decisions would those be?
Ones that were good for your family. Perhaps we'll have the chance to return to this another time. Goodbye, Mr. Shulsky.
Yes, I'm sure.
Mr. Shulsky. Ah, here's the party, huh? Shall we have another talk?
And the general says to him, "Tell us something funny." Then Bautski replies, "General, why don't you shoot a cannon first?"
That's a good one. I'll have to tell it tomorrow at the Orwoffs. Who might this be joining our conversation?
You know, sir, your face looks familiar to me.
My name is Viktor Shulsky.
Ah, yes, I can see something in your eyes. I was sorry to hear about your father.
I'll see you next time, darling. Wonderful party. See you there.
Bro, scaring the hose.
I think I've offended the creme de la creme of Warsaw.
This is hardly the creme de la creme. How do you find my soirée?
I admit I'm getting reacquainted with the social scene.
You spent a long time traveling, didn't you?
15 years. Over that time, I got used to harsher surroundings.
And believe me, drawing rooms can be just as dangerous as untamed steppes. You've met Anastasia and Marina. What about the others?
I've already met several distinguished guests. Ivan Konieczkin, for instance. Apparently, he knew my father.
How remarkable. I wasn't aware. Konieczkin is something of a secretive person. And have you yet had occasion to meet the debutants of the season?
I'll be sure to seek them out.
This evening, Sofia Skowan herself is to grace us with her presence.
Well, well.
I suggest you move quickly.
Wow.
The competition is fierce.
How is it, being part of the Tsar's court?
It is a blessing and a curse. Forgive me if I do not elaborate.
Fair enough.
The crux of the matter is that I'm here because of my father. You knew him.
That doesn't sound like a question. Of course, I was his customer.
Oh, this is the lady.
I truly am sorry for you. Both of you. The death of someone close is always a dreadful blow. Please accept my condolences.
Svetlana Petrovna, I must insist. Can you tell me something more about my father?
Mr. Shulsky, I assure you we have the most delectable vodka. Besides that, I warmly encourage you to join Madame Samira's séance. It will be an unforgettable experience.
It's a very complicated...
I wonder, is that truly everything our soirée can offer you?
What's that?
I've
Seeing
got no
something.
choice but to suffer through tonight.
No need to mince words.
I didn't read that in time. It said something about... Maybe she's anxious about all the gossip, hungry ears around us. Still, I can feel she wants to tell me something. I should watch her surroundings closely. Maybe I can learn something that way. Ooh. Let's the detective work begin. Have some cognac. Why not? Discreet half words, meaningful half smiles, and sidelong glances for behind a fan. Merely appearances. The truth is that I've found myself in a den of snakes. People must tread carefully here. Ah, I love it. Real. So real. Everyone with their own hidden
Thaumaturge never fails
ambitions.
me. There is something here.
There's my sister. Ooh, what a cool. Empty champagne glasses. Oh, okay. Shulsky. Hey, they're serving macaroons somewhere. Ha ha ha, like we don't have enough to scandal. Oh my goodness. A leather-bound volume, property of Madame Samira. Quickly jotted words, nervous browsing, illegible notes, and something else. A deed I cannot define. Something is obscuring it from me, as if the book doesn't want to be read. Strange.
No luck. Oh well.
Row of candles. A row of burning candles, probably for an air of mystery. This must be the seance table here. Let's go ahead and examine it. Covered by red cloth, images of constellations. The fabric of the tablecloth is permeated with wariness and nervousness. The emotions are fresh and clear. They've just traveled from Samira's fingertips as she held her palms there to avoid biting her nails from stress. Was it me who had that effect on her?
I felt something. Where is it?
There's some soot remains of a burned letter on the cast iron. Her usually steady hands were shaking as her eyes followed the written words. He was watching her. She already knew that. But how dare he threaten her? Agitated, she threw the note in the furnace. Too bad she couldn't get rid of the stalker that easily. The remains contain the author's concern about Svetlana's condition, expressed in a seemingly kind-hearted tone. The message ends with a veiled threat, foreshadowing a desire to interfere. What clues? String of pearls. One could buy a small town with it. The affection and gratitude of one woman covered by the shame of another. Though an honest gift from the Tsarina, Svetlana feels guilty every time she sees it. That's juicy. That's some juicy stuff. What's this? I see little sparkles. Nope. Aha. Melted candle. The wax is spilled and congealed. Solidified wax carries the memory of honest grief mixed with fear. However, those emotions were quickly concealed with well-practiced composure. This candle is the best farewell to the deceased that Svetlana could afford. Silk pillows. The silk is soft and cool to the touch. The fabric carries a memory of yearning for lightheartedness, passion, and a sense of security. Two people found solace in each other here. Two people, Svetlana and my father. The silk remembers. It remembers the tentative planning, the recurrent doubts, the peaceful sense that everything was as it should be, and other chaotic thoughts caused by passionate intoxication that I'd rather not know. Screw it. Let's look at the balcony, huh? Oh, is that... Let's not talk to her yet. I don't think we're there yet. Are we? Yeah, we are. Okay. Let's go talk to our sister first. Oh, that's the seance lady. I could have swore it said Lygia. Oh, here she is.
Here you are.
Gentlemen, meet my brother.
Viktor Shulsky.
Viktor Shulsky.
The last Shulsky to wear trousers. You don't know that. Miss Lygia could yet produce an heir to the fortune.
Maybe even with me, if she doesn't tell my wife.
But
Proud
let's
answer.
talk like men. You intend to
Let's
take
talk
over your
like
father's
men.
company, correct?
No.
Gentlemen, my sister knows what she's doing. Across the world, women rule over entire societies, like Great Britain. Do you remember Queen Victoria?
I suppose it's true what they say about you.
Yes?
What's that?
You've lost your mind.
It only draws from your flies, but will also feed it even more. My pride's too low. Ah, that stinks.
Thank you. I've worked long and hard at that.
Good luck with your business, miss.
I almost feel sorry for them.
Have I crossed the line?
Nonsense. You know, thank you for believing in me, especially in front of other people. It means a lot. Any progress with Svetlana?
Unfortunately, Svetlana doesn't want to breathe a word of it.
I'm sure she doesn't trust you. In company like this, that speaks well of her.
Why the cold shoulder, Lygia?
I've never liked her. Her manner gets under my skin. I've heard she's a dreadful schemer.
Strange, Liga usually refrains from gossiping. She's always been the first to condemn such behavior. What she said about Svetlana may have been caused by the Salutor's influence on the environment. Interesting.
Did you know that Papa had an affair with the host of this party?
Are you sure?
Absolutely. As sure as the Thaumaturge can be. I felt what he felt when, well, you know.
Oh, stop! That's disgusting. Quickly, change the subject.
Sofia Skawan, the Governor General's daughter. Do you know her?
No, and I don't suggest you make her acquaintance either. Skawon can't stand thaumaturges.
Warning, Governor General Scotland is not very fond of thaumaturges. Why am I not surprised? Another person who sees an obscure threat in us.
Guess who I ran into again? All mysterious and carved up.
Ivan Konieczkin?
What do you know about him?
Not much. He was an acquaintance of Papa's. Well, in theory, it's thanks to him that we're here.
What? Ligia?
I know that nothing comes for free, but he really didn't want anything.
Yeah, he looks like a real altruist. You enjoying yourself in this Viper's den?
The vodka is quite tolerable. I'm observing my own brother taking out his anger on ordinary mortals.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going.
Bye-bye. Alright, let's talk to this lady. See what all the yabba dabba do is about.
Good evening.
The energy can't be disrupted.
Oh my goodness, no, I'm so sorry.
I saw one of your posters. You look different in it.
Really? The illustration doesn't reflect reality?
How should I take that? No one warned me that I should get in costume for the party.
I beg your pardon.
I'm just noting that you stand out among these boring guests.
Impudent.
Just a bit uncouth, I'd say. Do you know the hostess well?
Will you leave me alone if I say I don't?
No.
Svetlana Petrovna invited me, and I am doing my best to meet her expectations. Let's keep out of one another's way.
Whose soul are you summoning tonight, dear madame?
I only know which one I'd prefer to banish. Shoot.
Maybe my dead father's. If you manage that, it would spare me a lot of trouble.
Now we'll never know.
I will stop disrupting the energy here until I return.
She's a joy to converse with. Alright, back to the balcony. We'll talk to Svetlana. Miss Svetlana?
I was looking for you.
Do you smoke, Mr. Shulsky?
I've quit.
In light of our approaching conversation, why don't we dispense with the pleasantries? Call me Svetlana.
Victor.
Ask.
The burned note. Who sent it? I only sensed underhanded kindness.
Da, the Ochrana. I don't know which one of them exactly, if that's what you're asking. I've worked hard at it.
The Ochrana?
It stands for Отделение по охранению общественной безопасности и порядка. In other words, the secret police.
I know what they are. I'd like to know what they want.
Knowledge. The Tsar's eyes and ears must be on guard. They infiltrate not only the city, but most importantly, the court. And me and my soirees too, I'm sure.
When did you receive this note?
A few weeks ago, back before your father.
I see. You two had an affair.
Two grown-up, lonely people found momentary comfort in each other's arms. But romance wasn't behind that relationship. It was just that we were both looking in the same direction.
I didn't have the chance to get to know him as a person, much less one who'd show such emotion.
You mean love? That?
Was it love?
I miss him, that's all.
What do you mean by looking in the same direction? That large travel chest. You changed your mind.
About whether or not to pack. Right then, I wanted to escape badly, but that would have had its own consequences. In this game of false appearances, I'm the best.
I still don't know how this lovely note ended up in your hands. But in addition, I found a lovely strings of pearls, and on it, your feelings of guilt.
Your power is terrifying. Do you know that?
Tsarina Alexandra gave you those pearls. You two are close.
I am her confidant. I could call her my friend. I see how much she devotes to her family and the nation.
Yet something has changed. Your feelings of guilt, do they have something to do with Tsarina Alexandra?
With the whole empire, Ruski mir im podawaj. We, the establishment, perceive the need for change. We want reform. The Colossus is already teetering, but if it falls... La guillotine, mon chéri. But I want to live, Victor. Ideally, closer to the west.
Where was my father in all this?
Willingly or otherwise, he was part of the establishment that wanted change and could see revolution before it arrived.
The Ochrana knew about you, hence the note.
They must have noticed something. Isn't it time you told me why you really came to my soirée?
Do you think the Ochrana killed my father?
Your father was crushed by a building. I don't think that's how the Ochrana works.
Perhaps you're right. I hoped you might know something about the Black Grimoire. My father left it to me in his will, but the grimoire has gone missing.
No. And the collapsed building? Have you been there?
Not yet.
However, how hard it is, you should check there. It will give you more understanding than all the investigators put together. My dear boy, I know nothing about Stanisław's book. I'm sorry, but I can't help you there. But I will not let you leave empty-handed. I strongly believe that there is one place you ought to visit. What you find there belongs to you.
Thank you.
No, thank you for listening.
Father's letters to Svetlana were very tender and romantic. I would not have expected this from him. If these letters had fallen into the wrong hands, they could have done a lot of damage to their lovers. Interesting. That looks new, probably heavy. The chest kept at the ready. Svetlana's personal items were put into the chest and then removed, all due to her growing anxiety and uncertainty. Should she pack and leave? Again, a restless hand closes the empty chest and decides to keep waiting. No wonder Svetlana was reluctant to talk. If she's afraid of someone watching her closely, especially if that someone knows a lot about her, and maybe even her pent-up desire to escape. Besides, she had an affair with my father. Maybe I can make her confide in me. Then I'll ask her what I came here for. The Black Grimoire. There's Mr. Snake. There's Mr. Snake.
I know you. I remember you from books. What's your name? Don't run away.
Splendid ladies, distinguished gentlemen, the hour is at hand. With lights dimmed and the curtains drawn, the souls of the dead slowly gather among us. On their command, I will give the chosen among you a tarot card as your invitation to the table. Let us gather in secret ritual. Let's not keep the souls waiting too long.
Madame Samira asked to cover the windows and dim the lights. The seance requires a certain aura, so the apartment must be kept in darkness until it is over.
And the aura once again lies in ruins.
I will stop disrupting the energy here until I return.
Arf. Alright, does that mean I gotta go close windows and stuff? Listen. Shopping.
May I have a word?
Are you having fun?
I'm going.
Having fun? I'm going. Not too... Ooh, what's this? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Joy drifts over the mirror surface. Her heart throbs and everyone is looking. When her name echoes everywhere. Sophia. So what if some lose their heads for her, literally? If only makes for better stories. Ooh, we found a clue. Full of cigarette butts. These cigarette butts have women's lip marks on them. If only their fathers saw what they were done. Sophia spreads her wings when she is out of her father's sight. Watching her scheming is sheer pleasure. The wooden armrests looked battered. A frustrating thought penetrated Sergei's mind as he sat on the chair, watching Sophia from afar. Why did Sophia suddenly start ignoring him? He would do anything for her if she asked. The problem is that Sophia won't speak at all. She takes no notice of him anymore. Oh, we can go this way too. Let's double check over here. Alright, I suppose we talk to her now.
Mr. Shulsky, may I have a word?
How can I help?
My friends and I are just playing Truth Order, and now it's my turn. Won't you dazzle me with your powers?
Your father would not be thrilled about you playing games with the Thaumaturge.
Maybe that's precisely the point. To keep violating his wishes?
First, please tell me the rules of this game.
Of course, I'm being silly. After all, you've been away a long time. It's simple. Each player in turn must admit a truth or accept a dare. Anyone who doesn't must drop out of the game and thereby loses. And I don't like to lose.
I would guess that to you, a dare would be the lesser of two evils.
How very perceptive. It involves finding out my comrades' secrets. Irina, Maxim, or Sergei. The trick is that you're cleverer at it than I am.
I accept.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Let me see what I can find. Will any secret do?
Any. I wait anxiously for your return.
I'll take a look around.
I agree to play truth or dare to help her complete her task. She and her companions are only looking for distraction by learning more about each other, but I could use that to my advantage. Exactly what I was thinking. Decorative vase. It stands on the piano, but there are no flowers in it. The vase reflects the strong emotions bubbling up in Sergei. Jealousy mixed with fear. Jealousy directed at me, as he considers me his rival. Fear that Sofia will ignore him when I'm around. Sergei can't stop thinking about Sofia. He cares about her so much he's willing to do anything for her. He can't understand why Sofia doesn't reciprocate his feelings, which frustrates him. He considers me a rival admirer. Okay. Numerous empty glasses indicate someone here is a fast drinker. Sip by sip by sip by sip. Maxim swings alcohol as he watches the surroundings, focusing mainly on the ladies and longing for companionship. Irina is looking pretty today. Maxim is lonely, as we all are from time to time. He tries to drown his feelings in alcohol, but the effect is the opposite of his intentions. His attention is drawn by Sofia Scalen's friend, Irina. She sat on the sofa, watching the crowd. Usually flirtatious and playful, she felt an overwhelming emptiness at the moment, which was something new for her. A feeling of loneliness, a need to belong. It only lasted a moment. Then she grinned and continued the same old charade. Plucked leaves. Someone has nervously plucked palm leaves. Irina with wound leaves around her finger with abandon, or plucked them discreetly, immersed in thought. Sofia's charade at Maxim. She might walk up to him, but no. She won't. Hesitant, she eventually failed to make a move. Hesitancy prevents Irina from making a decision. She feels torn. She would like to indulge herself and spend more time with Maxim, but she cannot make a move. Thus, she's in limbo, going all over the possible scenarios in her head. Alright, I believe we talked to her now, right?
They're getting impatient. What have you found out?
As far as Sergei,
Yes?
I'll be honest. He'd do anything for you.
Anything, you say?
Maxim only has one thing on his mind. Miss Irina.
Oh, I knew it! Might Irina return his interest?
Miss Irina would like to get to know Maxim better, but she keeps hesitating.
What? She never told me. Some friend she is.
Oh, I was wondering where you'd gone off to.
You know Sergei, don't you?
We're already acquainted.
Mr. Shulsky and I have completed my extra difficult dare together.
At your service.
Now time for truth. Are you seeing anyone?
She needs to be toying with me. She keeps boldly asking about my private matters, looking for strength in her impertinence. I only wonder if she's toying with Victor Tolsky, the person, or the Thaumaturge.
My heart is already taken.
I was counting on a different response.
Mr. Shulsky, our time is up. Sofia and I must leave for the seance. Madame is waiting.
Thank you once more.
See you. Therefore, the salutor chased Sofia Scawen and her floor here. She seemed like such an innocent girl, didn't she?
Yeah.
It's no coincidence you focused on me. After all, old Scowan hates Thaumaturges. The little scamp. If I want to discern that little schemer's flaw, I'll have to join that sepulchral table. Either her scheming or her jealous knight in shining armor will help me identify her flaw. I hope her father doesn't find out.
After the game of Truth or Dare, something flickered around Sophia's skull on a flaw, induced by scheming. It fits, after all, Sophia's fondness for high society and playing games. All right, let's jump in.
Is this seat free?
The energy is dissipating. Ladies and gentlemen, I am losing contact with these souls.
So now please focus on them.
Yes, please begin. You, sir, have closed our circle.
Let us lay our hands on the table. Let us allow our minds to liberate themselves from our bodies toward the edges of the world as you know it.
Are you thinking of someone exceptional whom you wish to summon?
Leave her alone.
Sergei, this has nothing to do with you.
Dear guests, I implore you, the souls!
You lack the dimension force of a salutor? Irrigates heard it. That's funny. Okay.
Is that jealousy I hear?
Stand here, right now!
I accept the challenge right now.
Focus on someone you want to make contact with.
I didn't get all the clues.
Would a duel make you happy, miss? Between this poor man and me?
Are you all going to fight now?
Choose a location.
A duel over me would be truly beyond exciting.
Yes, I think so too.
Don't you dare! You weren't supposed to be here.
Ah, a Thaumaturge. Now everything makes sense.
I was supposed to leave here with Velis. All that work for nothing.
Now you give me a proud answer?
Tell me, what don't I understand?
Do you know who she is? Who her father is? You're right. Sophia Scowan was meant to have her flaw removed, discreetly. But I suppose it's too late for that, isn't it?
Someone hired you to remove the flaw from Sophia. Who?
Take a guess. Anyway, doesn't
father?
matter now. It's also too late to stay silent. What's done can't be undone. Sophia Scowan is now the center of the scandal. I hope we don't all come to regret it.
Sorry, but I want the salutor. Alright, let's see how this goes. Kind of forgot how to do this. A yellow gun? Okay. Alright, there we go. 3. Hey. Alright. He's got the most health. Let's cast Old Wound. There we go. Now bite. I'm getting kind of low. Okay, alright, woo!
Just wait until Rasputin sees you. Then you'll stop fighting me.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this evening the souls were particularly restless.
The souls have now told me everything I needed to hear.
And you, sir, what can you tell us?
Sergei, please wait a moment.
Mr. Shulsky, there are only so many humiliations a gentleman can tolerate. I have reached my limit. Congratulations to you both.
You like the Dimension Force or a Salutor? Mine too.
I can see I won't convince you. I have to explain myself. It was me who provoked the whole situation. Sergei didn't have anything to do with it.
But what was all this for?
What's going on here? The guests are complaining, and with good cause, I see. We're terminating this disaster.
One moment. First, Mr. Shulsky will explain himself.
For my own, freely chosen reasons. I was looking for something here, and I found it. I regret that it was at someone else's expense.
Enough wistful chatter. Will the gentleman with a book be leaving peacefully, or should we show him out?
No need, I can make it to the door. Madame, honored guests.
Victor, don't scare me like that.
Mr. Shulsky, are you alright?
I think it's time for us to go.
I'll snug us, okay?
You could say that again.
You'll have a hard time at this hour. I'll drop you off.
Interesting.
See, you can always count on Mr. Konieczkin.
Victor. Thank you. That's very polite.
Did we get some fancy dialogue, or is it just him dropping us off? Come on, deliver.
Thank you for an interesting evening.
I'm sorry it all turned out like this.
Not tonight, please.
Ligia. Good night.
No. Captured but untamed, salutors won't obey your orders. Go to respite to tame them. Perception weakened, pay a visit to Rasputin.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Victor?
Speaking.
Victor, Uncle Sasha here. How are you? Have you visited your old stomping ground yet?
I've rediscovered some things like a comfortable bed. The city has changed a lot, as have we all. The most important thing to me right now is retrieving my father's grimoire.
Your grimoire. I wish you luck, boy.
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. And how are you, Uncle?
I wanted to... I need your help, boy. It's a very delicate matter. Are you able to find a moment for your uncle?
Wow.
All right, so where should we meet?
Remember where I took you kids for donuts?
I do.
Let's meet there. Maybe we can reminisce about the old days. Better days. See you then, Victor. Thank you.
So that mine too. Oh, it's this one, right? It's not letting me, oh, because of the, you know what I'm saying. All right, let's go visit Rasputin. To Victor Shulsky, please come to the cemetery immediately. Urgent matter. Giuseppe Scoli, gravedigger. That can wait. I gotta go see my boy Rasputin. Barber.
Yes, sir?
Please let me in. It's urgent.
Oh, we are not looking good.
You can't just turn up like this. What will I tell sir and madam?
Fear not, I'm here for Rasputin.
I can sense he's in the drawing room.
Kinda wanna see what's in here. No clues. They're always looking for clues.
Intriguing.
Pile of invitations to tea parties and dinners from Warsaw's notable personalities. The most recent one is from Countess Lermontova. Always looking for clues. More clues. What can we find? 365 dinner recipes for 5 PLNM by Luciana C. Bread pudding. Okay. Victor, good to see you. So strange, so handsome.
Is that him?
In the flesh. Allow me to introduce you. My dear hostess, Aniela Naradzinska, and my dear friend, Viktor Shulsky.
Your father had a beautiful funeral.
Thank you.
My dear, we finished for today. Now I'll find out what brings Victor to us.
Quite the character.
What brings you here?
But you were the one who phoned.
Very funny.
You look like you've made yourself at home. Are you going to be staying on here for long?
No, I'm afraid not. They're kind people, but I've experienced another vision. Though not fully terrifying, it is troubling.
Will you tell me about it?
Later. What brings you to me?
Have you known them long?
No, but Aniela and Lucian are my two good souls. They took me, an impoverished preacher, in under their roof. And I'll never forget that.
Are you helping them too?
I am a balm for Aniela's frazzled nerves. But enough of that. Tell me what you need.
Why was she looking at me so oddly? What did you tell her about me?
She's never seen a Thaumaturge before. I only mentioned to her how we met. Can I help you at all?
Yes.
Actually, I don't feel great.
Let's see what you've brought with you this time. Close your eyes and focus on my words. Concentrate on my voice. Relax and focus within yourself. Follow my voice inside yourself. Do you see him? He's remarkable.
Wow.
I can't tame him.
You can, and you will. Look, he's afraid of you. Calm your heartbeat. It will scare him off. Calm yourself.
Okay.
You look better. You slept a long time.
Yes, it feels that way. What year is it?
Still 1905. Yet time flows on inexorably.
No, I won't bother you. We can talk next time.
The Naradzinski door is always open to you.
That's so funny. Ooh, what's this? Gifted to Rasputin by the Naradzinskis, most likely as a suggestion that he might try to conceal his intense odor for the benefit of everyone. The gift was accepted, set aside, and never used. Decorative fan made of marble feathers. Aniela's quivering words still waft over the fan, uttered either to her husband or herself, contemplating about her failing health and psyche. The small gust of air didn't bring any relief. Various medications and tinctures in decorative bottles. Specifies prescribed by the doctors and quacks. The so-and-sos are well situated, quite prosperous. They live in a comfortable life and have friends in high places. No wonder Rasputin has chosen them. He seems to have won their favor by taking care of Agnella, who suffers from a nervous disorder. It's tough. Alright, here's what we're here for. Find more about your father's dying moments. This is for all the marble. Oh, clue. I just got distracted. Don't care. See, but we got a point worth it. We must find out how the building crushed our father and where the Black Grimoire has gone. Ooh, another clue. Remember, lessons at Andrzejewski's moved to 6. Hastily written note that must have fallen out of a notebook. Lessons, okay. Oh, this must be it. Glasses with a bent frame and broken lens. Before his last breath left him, Father's gaze wandered, searching for the source of his end. He did not close his eyes. He passed away with his eyes wide open, hurling thunderbolts from his eyes towards his nemesis. Anger clung to the crooked frame, not grief, sadness, or fear, also natural in a moment of danger. Anger at the fact that death came too soon. It announced itself, but did not ask about any unfinished business. Oh, that would suck. A large pillar broken in half. Wild fury radiated from here, nestled in the body. This blow to the pillar collapsed the entire building. A punch born of a powerful fist carrying colossal amounts of strength. Chaos. Only chaos can be felt here, devoid of any composed thought, intention. What breaks through to the surface of this disorder is destruction, as if designed in the guts of what wrought it. A worn-out leather shoe, dirty from dust. The owner of the shoe was a haughty soul who feared nothing, for whom death was an intruder destroying the order of the universe. He had his feet firmly on the ground, and even when death stared him in the eye, he did not give in to the instinct to flee. Yes, this shoe belonged to my father. Father's death. This place carries the memory of my father. What is left of him here completes his image as a tenacious man with a hard heart. Interestingly, he expected death, although it came sooner than he expected, which clearly upset him, and the death that came for him was a strong, uncompromising fury.
Am I a magician or what?
This is our bro. Ulpir.
Death did not catch my father by surprise. It seems as if he had been expecting it, just not at that moment. He was practically annoyed about it. There was something he had wanted to finish. And this building, it couldn't have just fallen down like that, right as he was going by. Maybe he was on his way to a tryst with Svetlana.
Hey, Suski!
What?
Chicken butt.
What?
Tie him up. There you go. Tighter. We took his book. Well done. All right, let's wake the asshole up. Wakey, wakey.
What's...
Well, come on, Sleeping Beauty. I haven't got all day. Now, let me get a good look at you. You look rough, fancy boy. This isn't what I was expecting.
Well, what did you expect?
That after years of hanging out in Parisian salons, you'd come back handsome and spruced up.
How do you know about Paris?
Nothing stays secret from a Niedzic, right? Shit. Just read out my birth certificate, why don't you?
Aba Uricy Niedzic.
Long time no see, Shulsky.
What kind of a sick idea is this? Kidnapping me?
It's a joke! You don't find it funny?
No.
What does it feel like to have your life depend on me?
Not the best. Listen, I understand you hold some resentment within yourself over what happened, but I can't change the past.
Well, yes. But shit! You told me to wait for help and instead the boys in blue showed up and you washed your hands of it and left my pop to rot in prison. At least admit that you acted like a dick.
I admit that it was a shitty move on my father's part.
Your father's? Well, look at this weasel. Straight to whitewashing the past. Like father, like son, eh?
My father's karma came back to bite him. A horrible death in return for the kind of man he was. I'm sure you heard.
Well, admittedly, nothing's put a spring in my step in a long while, like hearing that Shulsky met his Andes sludge on the sidewalk. They say the devil doesn't take the wicked, but for your old man, he made an exception.
Now that he's dead, let's put the past behind us.
There'd be no reason to talk if you hadn't pinched Papa's gut back then. Victor, it kills me that we pulled the trigger together. Together.
You did? Where's that rat?
What the fuck?
Boss, it's the Cossacks again.
I'm so confused.
Come here, coward.
Looks like you've got a chance for redemption. Let's show these dickheads you don't mess with the shivs.
I'll take a look around.
It's definitely some kind of gang. I mean, we knew that from the start, but...
You guys again. You shitheads better have a good excuse, because I was right in the middle of an incredibly important meeting.
It was fate that decided. We flipped a coin, and it turns out that today we're practicing our boxing on you. Some
feathers, a beak. I know you. You're... I can't remember now.
Fucked up, but today you'll regret it. Today I've got the Demon Master on my side. Show these cretins, Victor.
Can I use him? I'm not ready for a fight. What? Please don't die. Alright. Start with. Start with those. Screw it. There we go. Alright, so everybody should be taking damage now. Yep. Oh, I'm getting knocked up, man. Yes. This should give me some health back. Okay, good. There you go, got some health. Put the debuff on him. It's okay, I'm feeling good about this one. Feeling good. Alright. So he's done. I like it. Feeling confident. I think we finally won. Game over. Get him, big guy. Yes! Finally! Easy.
You never let me down. This is the best way to start an evening at Niedzic's bar.
If we're to have fun, let's do it right. A round for everyone.
Oh, so these are some rough boys, huh? I was fighting for my life, and this is just some rough boys.
Old friendships never die, right? Here, Polish, pure, the mother of all libations. Enjoy it! Who knows what piss you've been drinking abroad?
So, are we quits? I helped you out. Now, can we forget all that ancient history?
Don't be so sly, Victor. We're not squared up, yet. That burns nicely.
My knuckles are itching. Let's go somewhere and pick a fight.
Good riddance.
That's wild.
Well, what do you say, Victor?
It seems to me there's work for me to do at your bar.
No shit. I'll give you a hand.
Not like that. Thaumaturgical work. It seems to me there's a salutor here.
What the fuck? Who brought a demon into my joint? I'll give him... Although, hang on now. A demon is a good publicity. Hey, everybody! From this day forth, the London bar will be known as the Demon's Den. Go and tell everybody that here is the only place you can do shots in the devil's company.
Listen, you keep on thinking about how you can develop your business, and I'm going to take a look around and come right back.
Go. I'm going to wet my whistle and see how you do your hocus pocus. If you need something, I'm here, and I'll give you a hand.
All right. Read. Menu. Don't care. No ordinary dirty rag soaked with blood. The cloth is stained with fresh blood, the ultimate blood, that which flows from a fatal wound, carelessly put away. It is the last reminder of a recent brawl with a tragic ending. Individual splinters still remember the cold steel of the blade, which was guided by a heart marked by competitiveness. It had no precision, only stupidity fueled by the desire to win. Back in the good old days. You challenge ye man to a duel. Alright, so some political journalism. My first expectation is always to find fear, doubt, or anger behind a bullet. After all, who shoots just like that? Treating it as some sort of game. Exactly the kind of person who fired this bullet. Lightheartedly seeing the weapon only as a tool of enjoyment. What's up, Victor? To the eyes, poem. Your eyes are filled with shades of my memories. Close them and look there, far ahead. Do you see? Sunrise, the day's herald. No, for you, night is eternal, yes. I see you, lipless with hair as long as the past. You are a body, warm in my memory. You rot, yet violets spring from you. I pluck them and give myself to your embrace. I feed on nothing, nothing I affirm, and I wait. I wait. No epiphany comes. The spearheads of your eyes are hollow. I search for a gaze, but only an eye in hand, deaf in its stare. Warsaw, 1904. Mid. A sturdy hunting knife engraved with the initials AN carries the memory of poetry being recited in different situations, whether while picking dirt from under one's nails or mutilating someone's face. A bloodstained blade must be a good source of inspiration. From the wooden inlaid handle protrudes a long, sharp pommel that has tasted blood and stripped people of small body parts more than once. The knife is a bloodthirsty beast that demands to be fed. They went all out with these descriptions, and I am starting to lose my mind reading all of them. Funny photo. Here we finally look like ourselves, laughing school kids, constantly in search of a new bra. Nice of obviously to keep it. It was us back in the day. You know what they say. Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. There has to be more clues. That's as fast as I can snap. There has to be something else. Aha!
That wasn't too hard.
Broken window. A broken window with planks where the glass used to be. Fragments of human tissue can still be found nearby. Some man flew through this window, leaving behind the memory of his bleeding body. Someone grabbed him by the tails and pushed him without much force or precision, rather spurred by adrenaline. London Bar. The London Bar couldn't belong to anyone else, as it perfectly represents Abercy's nature. The parties here often get out of control and end badly or even tragically for those involved. This place smells of blood, stupidity, and foolhardiness, all soaked in alcohol. So, this is a place of tomfoolery.
Vodka, revelry, extreme opinions, violence. That giant
What kind of
bird
place?
must enjoy it, and I'm sure it also stirs up the chaos.
Victor, time for penalty drinks.
Feathers, a beak, those eyes. Who are you? I can't focus.
Don't make me come over there!
Do I know someone with mood swings, a tendency for bravado, and a weakness for booze?
Funny. That's Abercy, right? I mean, it has to be.
Have you nosed around my humble little hole in the wall? What's the word?
Tell me something more about these Cossacks.
They roam around different bars picking fights as soon as they get leave from the Citadel. Sometimes we pummel each other and things continue as usual.
See the detail, like even the blood on his collar? That's pretty good.
Well, well. How did you get your hands on all this?
I worked my ass off for years. I found myself in shitty positions. Sometimes I had to make people disappear. Pop wouldn't have been proud of me. Maybe it's a good thing he didn't live to see it. But then I'd have to.
That's dark.
Your father was a good man, and didn't deserve for that to happen to him. I'm sorry.
That's true. However, we're alive. We're in the here and now, and that's the most important thing. And what a life it is, eh? Whether with your head in the clouds, or a knife at your throat, once eating ribs at Matzlov's, another buried in one's breasts. Moment, stay a while, linger. But before long, you're running flat out. Someone, whap, nabs you by the coat. But here I am. Every time, I'm reborn like a fucking phoenix from the ashes.
What is this bullshit about it?
Victor. What I've been through belongs to me. Now I'm the king. Tell me, what else is going on?
Time out. I mean, even the dialogue screen changed, everything, like... Man's been through a lot, I guess.
And some things caught my attention. I think they might have something to do with the salutor.
Well then, shoot!
A bucket of dirty water and a blood-soaked rag. Whose blood is this?
As if I remember everybody who's bled on the floor here. Every day we've got to clean up after somebody. Is that everything, or have you found anything else?
Oh, I found more, big guy.
Did anybody die from this bullet that got stuck in the post?
Bullets fly every which way here. That's the atmosphere. Was someone killed? Probably, but that's not very unusual. Look how helpful I am. Keep going.
Who smashed your window?
How long it's been? 2 days, I think. This one Russian bigwig was really fucking irritating me, so I politely asked him to leave. What else can I help you with? Tell me. I'm at your service.
You like to go wild here, huh? Are you often the one who gets the whole crazy ball rolling?
You know I used to have a puppy. This little fluff ball was hanging out under the bar. I have a heart, Victor. I have a big heart. Not like those morons over there. To Cossacks, a game without a corpse is no game at all. For me, knocking out teeth, breaking hands, I'll take it. A stiff spoils the mood a bit. That's my opinion.
I'm so confused.
What's happened to the puppy?
He was called Romeo. He fell in love. One day he packed his bag and ran off with that bitch. I'm sure he started a family. He's raising his puppies and reminiscing. Yeah. My brave little guy. But what were we talking about?
You get a lot of stiffs here then?
Where my corpse here lieth down. Something looketh around. What do you call a lot? 3 a month on average, I'd say. Danis, that Cossack with a dick where his head should be, pulled out his revolver one day and wanted to play Russian roulette. Only with his revolver. But fuck it, I'm not handing my head over so easily to a butcher like that. Well then I'll ask you, is he an idiot, or what?
I have to gather my thoughts.
Yeah, me too.
Go ahead. I have to gather myself a little too. Lelek. What the hell did you say, Victor? You're out of your goddamn mind.
The salutor's name's Lelek. Well, yes, the beak, the feathers, the trill. He loves the smell of death, and he enjoys risk and foolishness, which he also fuels.
So let's go get Lelek.
Yeah, come on. Where about it is, Lelek could be as well. Maybe his flaw is speaking for him.
Whoever's with us is with us, and whoever's against us, fuck 'em. Come on. I'll show you places even the philosophers never dreamed of. Maybe your demon will be drinking vodka somewhere there too.
This guy is unhinged. In Kashubian, his name means fool. Lilac are small and unruly salutors drawn wherever there is music and various acts of recklessness. Especially if someone dies in the process, their trill is often a harbinger of imminent death. Flaws that lilacs are interested in are those related to excessive bravado, gullibility, and looking for conflict. So they're about the tomfoolery, eh? Let's read about Uper, my first salutor. He came to me more than 15 years ago, and I offered him my heart and the flaw of pride I carry. By trying to capture others, I fell into a spiral of torment and exhaustion that cost me my connection to Uper. I can no longer use his power, nor even fully see him. We are both shadows of our old selves. I cannot help him, but I have heard of someone who can. Uper is back, along with his power. It's wonderful to see him again. Uper is the ghost of a Slavic nobleman who gambled with his life and that of his companions, and then lost it in an honorable fight. That is why the flaw that lured the Upper are those related to arrogance, bravery, honor, and pride. My Uper came to me when my sense of pride and desire to take matters into my own hands became insurmountable. 15 years ago, against my father's bidding, Aubrey and I decided to act on our own account. Each of us has paid for it in his own way. He is capable of healing. The power of his offensive skills depends on your health points. Offensive, not offensive, I guess. I mean, either, you know what I mean. Alright, he's taking us off on...
Take a deep breath. That's the smell of Warsaw
an adventure.
Nightlife. Smell it, Victor. Relish it.
A bouquet of sweat, shit, and puke. And piss, thanks.
But come on. You'll see the true face of Abauricy Niedzic. And maybe you'll even find what you're looking for here.
Alright. Did I just break the game? Oh, no. Duh! I knew it was in there. Why did I forget it? Order absinthe? Oh my goodness, okay. After drawing the last glass, I saw a thick fog gather at my table, and from it emerged a beautiful woman clothed only in chains made of pearls and precious stones. I woke up almost instantly, I think creating a beautiful, almost naked broom in my arms. Oh, we got experience. Deadness, the poem. Deadness. Blood, blood, the heart calls, the blade heeds and feeds. I choke on the blood, I search for love and blood, I search still. Warsaw, 1905. Alright. Let's examine. Blood stains on the table. What initially appears to be just blood stains is in fact a poem. One only has to peer deeper into what remains for the attention to be drawn to the individual smudged words from which it is no longer possible to extract any meaning. Find out. Okay. Notebook. Inside it states the property of Aubrey Kunstachnik. The notebook is a vessel into which inspiration is poured, kept close to the heart, serving as its expression. The nib has pierced the paper in some places. So much excitation was in the poet's hand. A record of the pure passion that fills the owner. The pages of the notebook are inscribed from top to bottom. Some have been torn out, while others bear the marks of many erasures. Words, 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 including extremely flowery metaphors revealing the poet's sensitive soul. Behind the mask of barbarism, the mask of ruthless gangster conceals a truly sensitive soul. Torn between conflicting feelings, he balances on a thin line between beauty and ugliness, tenderness and violence. Confronting him with his inner chaos might reveal his flaw. Oh, Aubrey.
Welcome to my world.
Meaning what?
We just
That
went to a
they've got
different
guy
bar.
tied up in the back here too, and they're about to threaten to drown him in the Vistula?
I see the positive mood of the neighborhood has infected you. Wonderful. But you guessed wrong, friend. Here, well, magic happens here. Thought is transformed into word to penetrate the material and infuse the universe with tenderness. All right, let's drink, shall we?
A double barrel each, please.
A double
People
barrel?
come here to tickle their palates with exquisite libations. Let's do a Milk of 83.
A double barrel.
You're not messing around.
After years of begging and eating scraps off aristocratic tables, I'm not messing around.
You come here to get some fresh air away from the underworld?
I come here so I don't forget who I am. A poet.
So what's actually been going on with you over the last 15 years?
My father ended up behind bars, and as for me, the streets took me in, taught me life. I roamed around, got odd jobs, and when I was hard up, I went begging. I've got a tough skin on me, Victor, but the embers of poetry still smolder in my heart. Well, in time, I gained a new family, my shivs.
You've always had a silver tongue.
Don't I know it? Add to that a despicable past, and you've got all the ingredients for a poet.
Now why are we sitting here instead of at your bar?
My lads, bless them, set me up a poetry reading once, but they're simple folk. They don't understand this poesy. They laughed when they should have cried. Cried when their hearts should have flooded with anger. I don't hold it against them. My bar trades on its reputation as a dive. That's how you make the most money.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Lelek is attached to you.
A demon following me around? Bullshit.
There are a lot of indications. Your personality, the things you do, and stuff like that.
I'd rather not have anyone sharing my head with me. Can you do something about it?
Yeah, let's do the first one.
I see it like this. You've always had some seed of madness inside you, but I don't think you've ever been so fucked up.
Beg pardon?
I found your poem. Did you write it in your own blood or that of one of your victims?
Victims? The hell are you talking about? Of course it was mine. I sliced my veins open for art. That's how committed I am.
More like desperate. No true poet needs to resort to gimmicks. He just needs ink, and the world will hear him.
Shit. One more word, and I'll forget about our friendship.
There's nothing to forget. Our friendship is just a figment of your sick imagination.
Ooh, I didn't mean to do it that way, but I guess it worked.
Stab me in the heart. It'll hurt less.
I know now that you're not the one Lelek is following.
You see? Even the devil can't touch me. He's come knocking a few times, but we've never managed to strike a deal.
And you'd surely be the perfect candidate for him. But only seemingly. So what? Should we continue our search?
Oh, Victor, lad, how that we tickles me. Come on, of course we're continuing. We have to find that little brat of yours.
I think I like him. He's crazy, but I like him. Absolutely unhinged behavior. He may be older, but he's certainly not more mature. The Chamberlain of Chaos, the Minister of Warsaw's vagary, and the Messenger of cirrhosis of the liver. With every sip of vodka, our passion grows, and the city becomes much more colorful, and it belongs to us. That's a bromance if I've ever heard one. Come on. Alright. Back out the door. Damn, the street lamp has traces of muddied soles on it. Seems tempted to climb it. A bloody hat inside is labeled with the name Pasha sewn on it. This is no ordinary hat. It is a vessel for memories of true friendship and a comfort zone in which you can be yourself. Now soiled, used to frantically staunch blood that gushed from a wound born of thoughtlessness. Yikes. Anton is pleased to invite admirers of the art of painting to an exhibition during which he will present a new series of paintings entitled Rebirth. It will be a creative reference to the Greek myth of Prometheus. The exhibition will take place on September 6th at 5 p.m. at 94, I'm not going to try, Street, Apartment 8. The paintings will be available to the public in the evenings for the next 2 weeks. Marzalkowska. That's it. Probably butchered it, but that's the best I'm going to do. Alright. You going to make me talk to a bunch of people? Find the person with the flaw the salutors is interested in. Okay, let's talk to this guy.
What? You give up, you piece of shit?
Do you see what I see?
I see two morons wrestling with a lamppost. How you fellas doing? Who's winning?
It's a colossus, looking down its nose. Arrogant piece of... I swear it called us sons of bitches.
Well, that would piss anyone off.
The salutor's presence is so strong here, it wouldn't take much to lose one's head. Some people stop distinguishing reality from imagination and see danger even in inanimate objects. Lanterns seem to be extremely dangerous enemies. Hilarious. Lilic's influence seems to be spreading across the district, pushing people to engage in stupidity and recklessness. This, coupled with alcohol, causes them to do even more stupid and dangerous things, leaving plenty of blood in their wake. In order to find the person with the flaw, I must visit other establishments in the area. Oh my gosh, it's gonna start a fight. I have to.
As I look at it and then at you, I've got to admit, the lamppost is right.
That what?
That you're a pair of sons of bitches. That's what.
That's too far.
You're taking the enemy's side? Suit yourself. We're not giving in.
I just signed me up for a fight, didn't I? I didn't want to fight. I really didn't want to fight. Okay. I feel like part of the combat that's important is to get these like slow debuffs on them immediately, because the rounds add up. %50 chance to do that. Okay. Did he just heal himself? Or did I? I love when they shoot the gun. Nice.
Well now,
This is a productive night. The more brawling, the better.
Please visit us again.
Time to keep an eye out for Dennis. He was injured in the fight with the Colossus and got lost. I think.
Maybe the Ataman ended up at the Lockstock.
Where? The Lock, Stock, and Barrel. This Ruski bar up the stairs here. Competition.
The night's still young. There's excitement ahead.
I couldn't
Let's
imagine.
follow them. Since I haven't yet found Lelek, that could be just where he is.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Private party tonight, no riffraff.
I'm not the riff-raff.
Cheers, Ivan, my friend.
Mr. Niedzits, well, I've got clear instructions.
Don't be silly. It's a beautiful night out. Rare when we see stars over Warsaw. But now look. 1, 2. If you count them all, you'll know the extent of my gratitude.
Well, all right, go on in. I'm fond of you, Mr. Niedzits. I'm just doing my job.
You see? That's respect.
Not wrong. That was impressive. I appreciate the game showing me that. A little bit of a like context rather than make me jump through a bunch of stupid loopholes.
This is what they call a private party?
Yeah.
What is this? Wait.
Trying to...
Good thing we showed up. Double barrel for me. Actually, make that 2.
Remind me of like that Muppet meme where he's like, examine. An ornate Cossack saber that belonged to Pasha. The steel shines and the handle is polished to a mere sheen. People are not afforded as much love and care as this Shashka, which is cared for so painstakingly. There's someone else here, a ritual in honor of the deceased, repeated reverently. It's a kiss laid just above the former owner's engraving after each polishing. Ah, beautiful. I'm here to examine. A well cared for pistol. Same thing. It's just saying the same thing, right? Steel that's cold, mixture of hope and fear. Hope that's cold metal pressed against one's temple will bring solace. Fear that though the heart will stop beating, the soul will continue to suffer. The barrel pressed against his own temple, his finger. Whoa. Alright, I'll read this. The barrel pressed against his own temple, his finger on the trigger, and chaos in his heart. To shoot or not to shoot. Already the pressure on the trigger is increasing. So little is needed for the bullet to pierce the skull, and yet the finger is withdrawn. The barrel moves away from the temple. Dang! It's an instrument, blah 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 blah, fingers plucking, impish lightness, an expression of raunchy humor, and so goes around around. Yeah, we didn't really need to read that one. Another clue. I sense another clue. Letter to Dennis. Dear Dennis, I hope you're well. It is difficult for me to write this letter, but I want to open my heart to you and not hide the truth. I have long sensed that your affection for me has faded. You no longer write as often as you used to, and I haven't seen you for almost a year. I don't want to remain in uncertainty any longer, so I am forced to break off our engagement. Be well and think about me from time to time, but don't write to me anymore. Olga. P.S. I'm dictating these words to Father Olkin. He wishes to convey that you are no longer welcome to the village, but you could at least visit your mother. The page knows the kaleidoscope of emotions flooding Dennis's heart when he first read the words written here. Unbridled anger came first, eventually giving way to bitterness, finally suffering to cold, crowning the process of heartbreak. Sour of chaos, unpredictable, reckless Dennis, whose heart is filled with incomprehensible anger, hides his suffering, grief, and longing. Torn by conflicting emotions, he sows chaos and falls into extremes. His behavior stems from his broken heart, which has become his curse. It is he that Lelek has taken a fancy to. It is his flaw that I need to identify. We've solved the case, Danny. Let's talk to the Tom Fooligans first, real quick.
Look at her all over him. I'd know how to make the most of being so popular.
What do you want?
Did I hear you talking about Danis?
Danis and babes.
He talks a lot, makes a big fuss around himself, but when push comes to shove, he leaves them hanging.
So them babes must like him.
Yeah, nothing for us to do except drink and enjoy one another's company.
You seem thick as thieves. Have you known each other long?
Since we were kids. We're all from the Don Host Oblast. Under Danis, we've traveled far and wide with the Russians.
Danis is your commander?
Da, Ataman.
You know Danis pretty well, right?
Yeah, what about it?
I take a professional interest in guys like him. You think I can ask you guys a couple of questions?
Let's see what you're after, wizard.
Danis had a fiancée, but she dumped him. How come?
You know, he keeps his feelings to himself. But it hurt him. That's what I think.
Maybe she got sick of waiting. She had her pick of men in the village.
And is that what makes Danis so devil-may-care? A broken heart?
Sure. What would it be otherwise?
Who is Pasha?
Our buddy, from the same village as us, out past the Don River. We went through a lot together.
Pasha's dead. Leave it at that.
What actually happened to him?
We all stick close together, but when you're drunk, you get some weird ideas. That damned Shashka of Pasha's was a spoil of war. One time, Danis and Pasha got tanked and started playing Russian roulette for it.
So, Danis clearly won.
That's sad.
But that little saber of Pasha's doesn't make him feel triumph, more like love and concern. He really looks after it.
Danis cherishes the memory of Pasha, surrounding himself with objects that belong to him. Danis obviously cared for Pasha. He also must have considered him more than just a friend. Pasha was close to Danis' heart. All that's left of him now are the memories enchanted within the objects that Danis carefully preserves. The Cossack is tormented over the death of the one which was more than a friend to him. Was it Pasha's death that spawned the flaw in him? Or did it only expose him?
I've heard Danis likes playing Russian roulette.
He's such a bonehead. He never thinks about the trouble he'll get himself into.
You'd better watch your head when he's around.
Who'd have thought that Danis was such a sensitive soul? Does he play the balalaika a lot?
Lately, he's been singing either about the Grim Reaper and Hellfire or rolling in the hay. You can't keep up with him.
He goes too heavy on the tearjerkers for my taste. Any more questions?
I like these guys. Nope, I think that's all, gentlemen.
You know what I think? You're not being straight
Oh,
with me.
guess not.
What?
I think Pasha and Danis were more than comrades in arms and blood brothers. On top of that, I think that's why Danis' fiancée dumped him. People from your village kept giving her crap.
The fuck are you talking about? They were blood brothers, that's all. You'd love to find a buddy like that. Someone for better and for worse.
Calm down, I can see your faithful friends. I'd better go take a drag of Warsaw air.
If you like breathing through a straight nose, don't try any funny business.
Guilt. Pasha died a foolish death while playing Russian roulette with Danis. Both of them carelessly disregarded the consequences and did not realize the veracity of the bullet. Reality claimed its dues and took Pasha, thus depriving Danis of his one true friend. Another one? The difference, faces of suffering. Danis' heart has been broken and it won't be easy for him to piece it back together. His fiancée broke up with him through a few words scribbled on paper, and a close friend died during a silly game in which Danis also participated. Such a life is not a life at all. Danis sees no sense to it. Alright, let's talk to bro.
Danis doesn't think about what he's doing, and he doesn't care about the consequences, as if it's all in the name of fun. He couldn't cope with his broken heart, so he started tumbling further and further into the depths of chaos. It seems like Pasha was more to him than just a comrade and close friend. His death hit Danis like a train. Since then, his life's been nothing but irrational behavior and risk-taking. He's thumbing his nose at death. I think I'll accept the challenge. Time to figure out his flaw and catch Lelek. I wonder if he'll play
No
Russian
way.
roulette with me.
It'd be sick if we can actually play. Let's see if there's any more clues, because that Mine 2 thing is locked. I hate how when I get to some of these points and like the important dialogue parts and it's like, oh, you didn't uncover enough information. It's probably like something weird like having to go outside, but I'd have no idea where to go. Alright, let's just confront them. 5-finger fillet,
Come on,
Toto's
don't
called.
make me back. I'll fix up your head for no extra fee.
I'm in no hurry to go upstairs. I feel like a game. You up for one?
I step
Me?
in. I am.
Forget it. I have gorgeous hands. Everyone says so. You're not gonna carve them up with that shank.
I'm your Huckleberry.
What? You eavesdropping, magician?
I found something that belongs to you. A letter.
Hand that over. If you read it, you'll regret it. It's private.
Easy now, I just wanted to talk.
We don't have anything to talk about. Leave me alone.
Okay.
You're sitting there so quietly. How about a little game? You play Russian roulette here, lads? Or are you too soft?
Oh, yeah.
Ha! Think you're harder than me? I eat Russian roulette for breakfast. Let's play.
Did someone say Russian roulette?
No. Please don't join.
Show us what a tough guy you are, pretty boy.
Oh, thank you.
6 chambers, 1 bullet. Ready to start?
Wait, Victor. Let's play with mine.
Ooh, he's a schemer. Yeah, 100%.
Yours would do too.
It will be more interesting that way.
Does this remind you of anything?
Aubrey or whatever, like raised in the streets. He's got that sleight of hand. I
My
trust that boy.
It was nice knowing you guys. And you, Victor. If fate so ordains, we'll speak in hell.
That scared me, the
Well,
way the camera shifted.
4 more. Ah. We're starting round 2.
Is that how it was with Pasha? Do you wonder if you're going to wipe the remains of my brain off your face?
Shut your trap.
This is intense.
What? You shitting your pants?
No, no,
Gods
no,
of
no.
chaos, watch over me.
Wait.
That's the end. We know what's waiting in the cylinder.
You brave enough to cross even that final boundary?
Enough, gentlemen. We were kidding around. Danis, there's nothing in there. I didn't load it.
Pasha ran out of luck and lost his shashka, right?
You're lying, Niedzits. You're all lying. You think I'm scared of death? The sight of me makes the Grim Reaper quake in his boots.
Well, go ahead.
Watch carefully.
That was a cool scene. I hate this little guy.
Is that lovely song for me? Don't stop. I'm enjoying listening.
Alright. We gotta win this. I hate the noise it makes. The salutors' next action will be 1 round faster. Yes! Inflicted we can't get that. Oh, that would have been nice. Plan action if the enemy is in the suffering state. What do we have? 1 left? Gives a 60% chance of slowing the enemy's actions. Makes you lose fun. Yeah, no, let's do this one. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. Alright. Old wound. Oh yeah. One shot, please. Yes. Just got hit with a hammer. So then maybe this should be 16? Let's see. So I thought I put him in the suffering state with the old wound. I could be wrong. Suffering. Also did nothing because he wasn't in suffering yet. Let's try that. And that should be 2 suffer. It should do 16. It did nothing. Okay. This is so annoying. Yeah, I think I messed up, okay. Just whips out the gun. Dang. Please go. Oh, thank goodness. Please attack. Give me help. Plus 10. Okay. There's got to be a way to get the concussion stuff figured out. If there's another round, I'm cooked. This better be the last round. Oh, thank goodness.
Enough of losing. Rasputin will tame you.
Yep.
Bullets have no effect on me. The end will never come.
What are you talking about, Dennis? Let's get to drinking. The night's still young.
You don't understand. None of you. Leave me alone.
I don't want to hear another word. Get out!
Shut it, Selim. Or I'll find a loaded piece and shoot you dead. Give me a second. To get my thoughts together. I have to.
Let yourself feel the pain that's consuming you. You need it.
Pasha, I'm sorry. I haven't mourned you.
Dennis, pull yourself together. Come on.
No, Selim, I have to. You too as well. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't say anything. No words are necessary.
Seems to me we should drink a toast to the dead.
Dennis, we are your brothers forever, till the day we die.
Come on, let's leave these scoundrels alone. We've got stuff to talk about. What a poetic experience. I can feel it in my bones, as if I were part of something grand, you know?
You carry an unloaded revolver?
Anybody can pull a trigger. I use it to smash heads. And balls. But tell me, did you catch the little sprat?
Yeah, I did. But it wasn't easy. It still isn't.
Was it worth it?
I don't know. At least now it won't be Lelek deciding Danis's fate. And that's always a good thing.
Anything that lets you sleep at night, friend.
Forget sleep. Now I need hypnosis. Thanks for today, Abauritze.
Oh, no, hold on now. The night will end when I say so. Come here.
What do I care? Lead the way.
Well, yeah, I get that. At the end of the day, what heals the body and soul better than a double vodka, eh? Pour. To us, to you, to vodka.
Got to keep this guy an ally.
Show her your demon, Victor. Just not on my shoes.
It took a play out of the Red Dead Redemption 2 playbook.
Victor, boy. Maybe you aren't at all such a prick as Sataniswa was. 99 bottles standing on the wall.
Hey!
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. Wake up on the sidewalk.
Well, hello, Sleeping Beauty.
My head's about to explode. What the hell are we doing in front of my house?
The front steps got the better of you. But Victor, to hell with that. What a night we had. Admit it. If you're looking for fun, do it with Niedzic.
Well, I admit, it was quite...
Schmite. It was spectacular. And we both know it.
We'd better get away from here, if Ligia finds us.
Ligia! And by what fault do your eyes burn red, hot, while your mouth is like honey? You trust overmuch in my virtue?
I see you're looking after our good name, brother.
Forgive me. It won't happen again.
It won't. I'll make sure of that.
I can assure you, my darling sister, that next time I'll make it all the way to the door.
Can you make it home from here, or do you need a hand?
But those 5 rubles, remember?
Five? What the hell do I owe you that much for?
My dear friend, I can't answer that question in the company of a lady.
Warsaw whores aren't that expensive. You two got bilked.
Victor, with each word, I find your sister more and more impressive. One way or another, I wouldn't like to have you as a creditor.
If I needed a loan, it was because I'm broke.
Then go fish around at home. A gold watch if Satanisław's would come in handy. He doesn't care anymore.
Satanisław? Here, from now on you can cover your own tabs. Maybe you'll even start paying for your own telegrams.
Yeah, it sounds like a
No,
bum.
Pardon me, but I have things to do in life. Once you've dragged yourself home, brother, I'd like a word with you.
All right, don't worry about it now. We'll have a chance to meet up. Next time, you're buying.
Next time?
So you think I'm done with you? One night like this is too little for us to be squared up. I know not why others stare, lest it's at our drinking fair.
Man, poor Victor looks beat.
I need to see Rasputin.
All right, I'm gonna call it there. This is probably a way longer one, or I'll split it up into 2 videos, but we'll see. They're still laying the foundation. Looks like I'm catching all the salutors before things really take off. But see you next time. Hope you enjoyed.